Stay with me to the last frame. The closer flips the whole story and leaves almost nothing to imagination can mean precision, not provocation. This set is all intent and edit. Fabric that cooperates, light that sculpts, posture that turns presence into architecture. If you think you know what's coming, wait for the final beat. It's the moment everyone will replay. We open in late afternoon spill on a balcony above calm water. Sofía steps in with that effortless command. Shoulders relaxed, chin level, breath measured. A sleek column dress, think clean V through the neckline. Paneled seams at the waist reads minimal but never plain. She sets one foot a whisper ahead of the other, lets the hips soften, and the silhouette draws itself. Micro move, the camera doesn't chase, it settles. Swipe and the studio sequence tightens the edit. Matte backdrop, seamless floor, a diagonal blade of light. She angles about 30 degrees, so illumination travels across. Not straight-on highlights polish the shoulders, shadows trace the waist, and length appears where you didn't think it could. One hand lands lightly at the seam, the other rests just above the hip. No tugging, no fuss. That's how you photograph almost nothing, you let clarity speak. Backstage. The temperature drops in the best way. A cuff adjusted, a fast thank you to the stylist, a small laugh that diffuses the room. The save-worthy frame is the one after the pose, when composure remains but performance evaporates. Hair settles, fabric lands, presence stays. The difference between loud and legendary is often one breath. Color arrives like punctuation, deep ink anchors the line. A near-face note in porcelain lifts light toward the eyes. Subtle metallic at the wrist catches a single blink and then disappears. Editing with restraint photographs louder than hype. If you're copying at home, matte over mirror, verticals over volume, breath over tension, whole frame changes before you touch a filter. The poolside interlude proves movement is part of the design. A breezy cover-up floats over a fitted base, tied once at the natural waist so the narrowest point does the talking. She walks an S-curve along the coping begin glide. Pause. Breathe and the shutter snags the apex where fabric, air, and timing agree. If you've ever worried a one-piece or column might feel heavy, add motion. Movement is visual lightness. Close dash up. No lacquer. Skin reads like skin. The finish is sunscreen glow, not studio gloss. A rebellious wisp of hair refuses direction. She lets it. The gaze has room in it. Neck lengthens a whisper. The lens finds collarbone, jawline, and the easy cadence of calm. That's the almost nothing others. Mistake for risk. It's actually radical editing. Perspective shot, a corridor of repeating verticals, floor lines pulling the eye forward. Sofía stands a half step off center to give negative space a job. One elbow creates a soft triangle. The opposite palm tracks a seam. Chin tips a breath. Somewhere off camera, you can feel the unplanned oh. Not because more is shown, but because less is wasted. Golden hour writes the margins in honey. A linen layer catches warmth and drafts a second silhouette in shadow contour without shouting it. She turns toward the street. The hem answers the breeze. The profile goes cinematic. Elegance is alignment, not volume. The outfit isn't the headline. The edit is, if this landed, drop your moment. The balcony hush. The studio sculpt. The corridor oh. The honey-lit drift. Or that velvet tower still. Tap like, share with someone who loves craft over noise. And subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. Borrow the moves. Matte fabric. Vertical lines. One breath to unclench the jaw. And light that travels across not at you. Confidence is the only filter that never expires.